Hi everyone, and thank you for joining me for this Pilates workout today. I'm so happy to have you in my class, and for this workout you'll need a set of light hand weights. Here I'm using a set of 1.5 kilogram light hand weights, and you can use water bottles, but for now we're going to put them to the side and we're going to come up into a little warm-up, coming into some side flexion, going from side to side, just warming up the spine here. Let's do another 2 more. And last one. Perfect. We're now going to do some arm circles. So just create big circles with your arms, warming up that shoulder joint so that we can use our light hand weights as we get into this class. Let's reverse direction. Do another 3 more here, and last one. Well done. Now we're just gonna open and close our arms and make sure that your palms are facing up towards me, and then we're just gonna open and close our arms here, making sure that we are keeping a stable foundation, our core is engaged. Well done. So now I want you to drop low into a deep squat. We're going to put our fingers underneath our toes and we're just going to lift our glutes towards the ceiling and lower again. Waking up those legs. Exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower back down. You should start feeling this in your quads. This is a really good warm-up, a little bit of mobility for today's class. And you're just going to rock from side to side quickly, opening up those hips, and then we're just going to come to standing and we're going to do a few squats here. So making sure that your feet are slightly turned out, that your legs are further than hip distance apart, and we're just going to lower and lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift out of your squat, waking up those legs, getting the mobility going for today's session. Well done, guys. Our warm-up is complete. We're now going to grab our light hand weights and we're going to come into some curtsy lunges for our first exercise for today's class. So I want you to grab your weights. You're going to make sure your palms are facing up. We're going to lift our arms to about shoulder height, and then we're going to curtsy lunge back, opening up our arms, making sure that when we curtsy lunge back, we are still keeping our hips square towards the front. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift up out of your curtsy lunge, closing your arms, keeping those arms elevated. Let's do another 2 here. And now on our last one, we're gonna hold down and we're just gonna do some punches with our weight. So we're gonna do about 16 here, 2 sets of 8. So stay with me and we're just punching in the air, warming up those arms. You should be feeling those arms by now. Well done, guys. Come back up and we're gonna come into some lunges now. So I want you to send your right leg back. We're going to make sure our palms are facing up again, and we're just going to scoop our palms up as we lower down into our lunge, making sure that our front knee isn't tracking over our front toes. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift up out of your lunge, making sure that your spine is straight and you're moving like an elevator here, up and down. Let's do another 2 here. And now on our last one, we're going to hold down in our lunge. Our arms are going to be elevated and we're just going to pulse up and down. 2 sets of 8 here, pulsing up, little exhales as you pulse up, keeping that spine straight. That tension stays in the arms. We're almost done. Well done, guys. Gently lower, and we're going to do that curtsy lunge on the other side again. This time we're going to take our left leg back behind us. So we're going to make sure our palms are facing inwards now, and then we're going to elevate our arms. Inhale to open up your arms and come into your curtsy lunge. Exhale to lift back up and close your arms. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, making sure that your hips are facing forward, that they're square. Now on our last one, we're going to hold in our curtsy lunge and we're going to do little punches out in front of us. Let's do 2 sets of 8 here. Keeping your balance, keeping low in your curtsy lunge, making sure your hips are square. Working those arms, working those legs, and lift back up. We're now going to come into a lunge, so we're going to send our left leg back this time. Palms are going to be facing towards each other, and we're going to lift our arms as we lower down into our lunge. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, making sure that our front knee isn't tracking over our front toes. Our spine is straight here, shoulders down. Let's do another 3. And now on our last one, we're going to hold down in our lunge. And we're going to do 2 sets of 8 pulses. So you're going to pulse up, making sure your spine is straight. You're holding your weights out in front of you. Your arms are straight. And we're just going to pulse up, little exhales as you pulse up. Well done, guys. Come back up, and now we're going to come down onto our mat to come into some ab work. So just take one weight for now, and then we're going to roll down onto our backs. Gently lower down. And we're going to bring our legs up to tabletop, making sure our back is pressed flat into the mat, and we're just going to come into our toe taps. So as you do your toe taps, I want you to maintain that imprinted spine, little exhales as you switch legs, keeping that weight elevated. Well done. So now let's do some dead bug variations. So I want you to lower your weight over your head as you extend one leg and then bring it back to center. So exhale as you crunch in the middle. Inhale as you extend your legs and arms, keeping that back pressed flat to the mat at all times. Let's do another 5, 4, only dropping your legs as low as you can maintain that imprinted spine. Last 2. Last 1. Well done, guys. We're now going to lower our legs down. We're going to bring our weight up overhead, and we're going to come up into sit-ups with a twist. So we're going to sit up, roll up through our spine, and then twist towards the right. Now we're going to lower back down slow and controlled, and then we're going to roll up and twist towards the left. So we're alternating sides each time. Exhale as you roll up. Inhale as you lower back down. Okay, so let's do another 6 more of these sit-ups. Rolling through the spine, slow and controlled. Last 5 here. 4 more to go. 3, using those obliques as you twist to the side. Last 2. Last 1. And then we're going to lower back down. We're going to lift our feet towards the ceiling, keeping our spine imprinted. We're going to bring our weight up, and then we're going to lift our weight towards our toes, coming up into a crunch. So exhale as you lift up, coming into your crunch. Inhale to lower back down, trying to reach those toes. You're doing so well. Let's do another 2 here, and then we're going to go into some scissors. So I want you to lower one leg, and then we're just going to bring our weight through and then swap our legs. So So coming into some scissors here, just alternating, bringing our weight through our legs, lifting up into our crunch, into our ab curl. Exhale as you switch your legs. Well done, guys. Okay, so now we're going to do some bicycles and we're going to bring our weight towards the side. So staying up in your ab curl, I want you to think of reaching up and over. Think of that twist. And I want you to also keep your back pressed flat to the mat. So exhale as you twist, inhale as you come back to center. Alternating those legs. You should be feeling this in your abs by now. Well done, guys. Gently lower. And now we're going to come into some glute work. We're going to start off with some glute bridges with the chest press. So I want you to bring your heels in towards your glutes. And then as we come up into our glute bridge, we're going to press our arms up into a chest press. So exhale to lift. Inhale to lower back down. Making sure that we're keeping a straight spine here, that our pelvis is tucked under. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Let's do another 5 more, making sure that the weight is in your heels. Last 3. Last 2. And now on our last one, we're going to hold up in our glute bridge. We're going to hold our weights up, and now we're going to do some marches. Bringing our knee towards our chest, 1 foot at a time, making sure that we are not rocking too much in our hips here, that we are keeping stable. Exhale as you bring your knee towards your chest. Inhale to lower back down, keeping your hips up, make sure you're not dropping your hips here. Last 3, 2, 1, and we're going to continue to stay up in our glute bridge, and we're just going to dip our hips each side. This twists our spine a little bit, so it should feel really nice in your spine, and you should be feeling a burn in your glutes. If not, then stay with me. Well done, guys. Now we're going to lower down and lift back up. So lowering our arms here as we lower our glutes down. Exhale, lift back up. Inhale, lower. Pressing through your heels. Keeping your core engaged here. Belly button to spine. Let's do another 6. 5. 4. 3. 2, and on our last one now, we're going to stay with our hips up in the air, and we're going to do pulses towards the ceiling. So let's do 2 sets of 8 here. Keeping a straight spine, weight in the back of your heels, little exhales as you pulse up. Stay with me, we're almost done. Well done, guys. Gently lower. We're going to come up now into a 4-point kneeling position. So I want you to just take one weight. Making sure that your knees are under your hips, your hands are under your shoulders. We're going to take the weight in our right hand and we're going to extend our left leg back. So now we're going to lift our weight back as we lift our left leg. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, keeping our core engaged, our center of gravity, making sure that we are not falling around here, but we are keeping a stable foundation. The weight is in your supporting leg and arm. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Let's do another 2. And now on our last one, we're going to hold our leg extended, our arm up. We're going to bend our arm and our leg, and then we're going to extend them. So coming into some triceps here, some hamstrings. Exhale as you bend. Inhale as you extend, keeping your leg elevated, feeling that contraction in your triceps. Just a couple more here, stay with me. Your core is engaged, keeping your stability. Well done, guys. Gently lower. Now we're going to take our weight and we're going to put it behind our left leg, our working leg, our leg that we just worked. And we're going to come down onto our forearms, bending our legs in front of us. We're going to lift and lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, making sure that you are holding onto that weight with your hamstring and your calf. And we're going to make sure that our hips are stacked here. So you'll definitely feel this in your hips, in your side glutes. And this is a good hip strengthening exercise. Well done. We're going to bring our knee to about hip height and we're just going to take it forward and back. So we're going to flex the hip and then extend the hip. And as you extend the hip back, I want you to feel this in your glutes. So if you can't feel this in your glutes, give it a little bit of a poke. Inhale to extend back. Exhale to flex forward. Keeping your hips stacked here. Pushing up out of your shoulder. Now we're just going to extend back and do pulses up towards the ceiling with our knee. Exhale, exhale, exhale as you pulse up. Well done, guys. I know you must be feeling the burn now. Gently lower. Now we're going to take our weight. We're going to come into a 4-point kneeling position and we're going to do this all on the other side. So you're going to take your weight with your left hand this time. And then we're going to extend our right leg back. So we're just going to lift our weight behind us as we lift our leg. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower, keeping our core engaged, that center of gravity. We want to make sure that we're putting our weight in our supporting hand and leg. Let's do another 4, 3, 2, and now on our last one we're going to hold our leg up and we're going to bend our arm and our leg. We're going to come into our tricep kickback with our leg extension, keeping our leg up at all times, feeling that contraction in our tricep. Inhale to extend, exhale to bend, keeping your core engaged so that you are not falling all over the place. Well done, guys. You can now gently lower. We're going to take our weight now into our right leg, behind our knee, bending our legs. We're going to come down onto our forearm, pushing up out of your forearm. We're going to make sure our legs are bent in a 90-degree angle and we're going to lift and lower our top knee. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower, pushing up out of your bottom waist, pushing up out of your shoulder, making sure that your hips are stacked so that there's no rocking here. Let's do another 3 more. 2. And on our last one now, we're going to bring our knee to about hip height and we're just going to bend and extend our leg. So exhale as we bend, flexing the hip. Inhale as you extend at the hip. Feeling that glute, give that glute a little bit of a tap so that you know that it's there and it's working. Exhale to flex, inhale, extend. Now we're going to hold it extended and we're going to do little pulses towards the ceiling here. Feeling the last little burn of today's class before we come into a stretch. Little exhales as you pulse up. Well done, guys. Gently lower. You can put the weights to the side now. We are done for today's class. Let's come into a little bit of a stretch. So we're going to bring our feet together, open up our knees, and we're going to fold forward over our feet. Feeling a nice opening in the hips here, a nice stretch through the back. I want you to now extend your right leg out, bringing your left leg in towards your inner thigh, and we're just going to flex towards the side. Let's do that on the opposite side now. So bring your right foot in towards your left inner thigh, stretch your left leg out, and let's flex towards the left side this time. Feeling a nice stretch in your side waist. Keeping our bottom leg bent, we're going to take our left leg over our right, and then we're going to twist towards the left. Feeling a nice twist in our spine, a nice stretch through our glutes. Let's do that on the other side. So bring your right leg over your left and then twist towards the right. Think of twisting and lengthening. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for today's class. I am so glad that you took time out on your mat to spend this time with me. And if you have liked this video, please subscribe down below. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.